Rolling. Okay, cool. I have a fun one today. That last one was so weird, and I actually kind of enjoyed the ambiguity of leaving with a movie that I liked, but I also think was really fucking boring. I was just like, completely perplexed by that whole situation. Difficult situation. Uh, fucking, I don't know what to make of it. Like it's almost been like 3 days since I watched that fucking Savage State movie, and I'm like still just kind of like, what the fuck did I just watch? But I liked it, but I don't know why I liked it, and I think that bothers me. I mean, it was like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm dwelling on it either. It was like I was trying to explain to someone yesterday why I did enjoy it, and they were like, "So you just liked laughing at the French?" I was like, "Yeah," and like it was really pretty too, and they're like, fuck is wrong with you? But then I explained like the shootout scene in the beginning, and that kind of sold it, because it was like, yeah, like the whole time you think there's going to be like more of this, and instead it's just very weird. But you get kind of that, like it's, I don't know, it's worth watching. I know this is going to be a good one, and I hope people actually listen to this one, because I know a little bit about this movie. But we got playoff hockey going on right now. Fuck basketball. Nobody likes watching that shit. It is fucking boring. So fucking high scoring. Like, you can't even fucking, like, I don't know. Like, I'd rather a tight game than, like, a complete blowout by 60 points. Or, like, a blowout could also mean 16 points. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I have a problem with basketball. I just do. Football's getting close. It's getting close. Because I never played football. And I always enjoyed it. I like watching the Eagles. I just don't really, I'm not a fantasy football guy. I'd rather just gamble on it. And, I don't know. There's, something about it where it's just, it's starting to lose its luster. There too many injuries, and I don't know. It's just, you see completely, the games are, once a week, if that, unless you get a bye week. And it's just it's stupid. And and people that, if you fucking get hard about college football, and you're not I get, if an alumni is really diehard for their team, if they were maybe an alumni athlete, or a professional athlete that went to that school, or was grew up wanting to go to that school, there's certain circumstances where it is understandable. I mean, Hofstra didn't have any sport. They got rid of our football team, I think 5 weeks in, something like that, to my first semester as a freshman. I didn't even know what to make of it. It was fucking bizarre. But, it is what it is. I don't care about my school. I really don't. I've not really been, back. I've been back once, I think, to go visit friends, but, it wasn't anything formal. I didn't go say hi to any of my professors. I just did not give a shit about college. And it was just I cannot wrap my head around people that freak out about the sports. I guess it's because there's not really much going on down south. I've lived down there. And it's I get where the boredom element of it comes in, because you've got you gotta really milk it for everything it's worth, because you got baseball, basketball, football, and hockey doesn't fit in down there. But I mean, it's growing. It's very much growing. I didn't realize how many hockey fans were in Raleigh. That was a big surprise to me. But that's pretty cool. It is, really cool, really cool. But yeah, hockey. Hockey's fucking entertaining. Baseball's a great sport to watch if you want to get drunk. Hockey's a great sport if you want to watch a fucking sport, because it's it's a high action sport, and even though it is low scoring, which for some reason people get hung up on, you're gonna see some incredible physical talent, and there's such a broad range in the game. You got dudes that are 20 years old skating with dudes that are 35, and the 35-year-old is just there to bully the fucking 20-year-old, and then they have another guy that's 35 on the other team, maybe 30, who's almost out, but he's still good at being big and hitting dudes. Like you get like these other guys that are just like fucking like actual like good well-rounded players that kind of exist within this paradigm as well, and then they get scrappy and they fucking hit and they fucking score, and like it's a fucking volatile sport, and I love it, and it's one of my favorite sports to play, even though I suck at it. Like, I suck at roller. I don't think I've been on ice skates in like 15 years. Yeah, I'm 30. I haven't been on ice skates in 15 fucking years, man. Isn't that crazy? But no, I like I enjoy sports, but like I'd say hockey's probably my favorite. Baseball's great. I love baseball. It's fun to watch when you want to get drunk. Like I said, like get a 12-pack of fucking whatever you want to drink and just watch baseball and tell me that's not the most entertaining fucking shit. It's the best way to spend a day off too. Not that I always want to like suck Atlantic City's dick as much as I do, but if you have time to kill and you got like nothing to do, I highly recommend, once all the baseball games, like now we're getting into like, summer, I think it's going to be after like, July. There are going to be a lot of like weekday 1 p.m. games. Dude, go to the sports book and just play like a $5, $5 in like one machine. Do like one spin on the machine and just collect drinks at the bar and fucking watch like daytime baseball. Like, just get pina colada after pina colada after pina colada and then just like watch baseball. Like 9 baseball games at once. It's fucking awesome. It's one of my favorite activities to do. I don't know why. I just enjoy it because there's always something going on in one game that's worth watching. And then if like 2 things are going on, it's like, oh my god, this is insanity. It's fucking great. I love it. But yeah, it ain't no hockey. It ain't no hockey. So that brings me to my point today of the movie we're watching. I'm gonna watch one of my favorites. It's called Slapshot, and it's pretty much universally regarded as the best hockey movie that was ever made. Miracle, the Miracle on Ice, but one was the Disney one. They're good. They're really good movies. They're very moving movies. But like, if you actually enjoy hockey, like fucking Slapshot all day. Like those are the stories of the Olympic. I think it was the 80s, 70s. I think it's 70s. Yeah, the late 70s. The Olympic team that beat the Russians. And, there's this, like, kind of unknown story that I guess just gets, like, kind of brushed to the side. But that United, whatever it was, United Soviet Socialist Republic, something like that. I have no idea what the USSR stand for. But, the fucking commies, they had a team that they were traveling with, and they were the Olympic team that was going to play at Lake Placid that year, which the U.S. team beat. But before that, the Philadelphia Flyers played the fucking USSR Olympic team in an exhibition match, and the Flyers beat them up so badly and ran up the score so high that the USSR refused to come out of their dressing room or locker room. What the fuck just happened there? Dressing room. The fuck am I, the mall? Wow. No, they refused to come out of the locker room after I think like one period, and they were just like ready to quit. But they got their paychecks held over their heads and were told that they wouldn't be paid if they didn't finish the game, so they went back out. And the Flyers continued to rain fucking blows on them. What's cool about that fucking story is like, that's like something no one fucking knows. Like, you can watch Miracle, like Disney made Miracle. There's also the Miracle on Ice. Like, you can research the thing, but the Philadelphia Flyers, like, you gotta know that. And you know what's fucked up? And this is another reason why I'm not a huge fan of Rob Zombie. I think Rob Zombie's massively over fucking rated. He was supposed to make a Broad Street Bullies movie that was like about that season, and for whatever fucking reason, he mentioned it and then never followed through on it. And like, it's bumming me out because I fucking love the Flyers, and if like Rob Zombie is going to make something that I'm going to watch because of my allegiance to Philadelphia sports teams, goddamn, I'm gonna watch it. But like, if he's dragging his feet this much on it, he keeps putting out Devil's Rejects, which are just god fucking awful. I don't know what to do. I'm like, you know, who's gonna spread the word? Nobody wants to read about the Flyers. Like, nobody even. Gritty scares the shit out of me. But anyway, I'm getting hung up on all the wrong things here. We're watching Slapshot. It's got Paul Newman in it. It's one of the best movies that I've ever seen sports wise. But like, it's like the best hockey movie, hands fucking down. So yeah, without further ado, we're watching Slapshot. I fucking love that. I don't know why. It's oddly satisfying. I know that I gush over it every fucking time I come back. I don't think anyone's even listening to this shit anymore, but it's still been fun. I'm still having fun doing this. It's giving me a reason to come home and do something besides just do nothing, I guess, at the end of the day. But I'm enjoying it. And I'm happy that I got to watch a movie I really, really fucking like. That movie gets better every fucking time. Like, Slapshot, well fucking done. Well fucking done. Yeah, one more time. There we go. Yeah, a little crowd pleaser. Alright. So, this film is one of the best films for so many reasons, like in so many categories too. It's like sports films, buddy comedy, I would consider it, like, or team comedy, I guess, because like you sometimes do have like these dynamic cast comedies. A good example of that would be something by like Adam McKay or like maybe even Adam Sandler's company, Happy Madison, like something like that, where they get these like ensemble casts of comedians that are like all generally like from some camp or troupe or whatever, and they play well off each other, so they write a movie kind of around their interactions and their interests. This was just Paul Newman and a bunch of like not nobodies, but like relatively unknown actors. It's like nobody that anybody my age should recognize, and I don't, at all. Except for the only lady I do recognize in this film is Ralphie's mom from A Christmas Story. Fucking her tits are hanging out, but she's fucking Hammerhand's wife, I think. I think it's Hammerhand. Yeah, the fucking goalie that goes at him because he finds out she's a lesbian. Yeah, that's Ralphie's mom from A Christmas Story. Thank you, Mom, for pointing that out to me as a young child, because that happened. Like, it's like not even an ensemble cast. It's like a team kind of buddy comedy that like it builds and builds and builds. And it attacks like some very interesting themes too, themes that like have been somewhat retread, in the comedy era, comedy era. Fuck, I'm too high. Comedy era. It's surprisingly like broad, despite it being like a very niche, like narrow thing. Like, it's about a team that needs to generate interest, so the captain or coach fucking Reggie Dunlop, it's Paul Newman's character, he like starts like making up rumors about the team, and it gets them to like, it motivates them, and they start doing well, and then at the end they end up getting the contracts. Like, they attack it from so many angles, and it like goes in so like such a genuine, like, kind of salt of the earth way. Like, you definitely can see the lived in kind of experience that whoever wrote this had, and it comes off as very genuine. But that's where the humor is, because it gives you this amazing framework to really understand like these characters and their situation. Like, it is very niche, but it also attacks like these broader ideas, like not like open marriages, but like kind of like the failure of marriage in a sports situation, but like also how like the younger new guard can be successful at it. And then like the olds versus news, generation wise, it's like it tackles these very like literal concepts, and also gives you like gut busting laughter, like scenes of like actual fucking hilarity that are well written and well set up, and there's setups and payoffs. The comedy has a tendency to like kind of come in threes, and there literally is a set of triplets in this movie, and I've always found it to be fucking hilarious. Like everything about them is so good. The Hanson brothers, they do conventions apparently too. Like it's not very hard to meet them, but they're really cool people, and they're like huge, avid hockey fans. They've been riding the success of these movies because there is a sequel to this. It's not very good. I refuse to watch it. I think I've tried to watch it once, but no, not worth. Not nothing like this. But yeah, like I don't know. It's just there's so much about this that like I don't want to just like gush over it, but it's the best fucking movie for a reason. It's like it not like the best movie of all time, but it's like as far as sports movies go, this like is I would put this better than like 95% of the rest of the pack. There's like a couple that stand out. Like it's never gonna be Rudy. Rudy is perfect. I'm not even kidding. Rudy is a fucking amazing movie. There's also Invincible. Invincible is great. Like no matter who you ask, Miracle is a great one. But like fucking Slapshot. Slapshot is just like this movie that is like so well crafted, and it's just reminiscent of a time that's like both in like hockey and like American culture and cinema. It's like this like weird time capsule with themes that like you still like if you were to watch Goon back to back with this, you can see not like necessarily literal overlaps, but like overlaps in the ideas and the themes and like the running motifs of this film. Like the kind of like how things are kind of done on the cheap, and you think of like being a professional athlete, like you're riding on airplanes everywhere. They're like literally taking a bus that the driver is actively destroying to make it look tougher from like point A to point B all over the fucking country. It's great. It's fucking hilarious. And like there's like, oh man, I don't know what to say. I want to just keep talking about all the things I like about this movie. I don't actually have anything to like. I can't even really think of anything to nitpick. I definitely am looking at this like through rose-colored glasses. I'll tell you what. I will go after like about this. There's something that's very apparent in like a lot of sports movies, and they try to like make you seem like very fly on the wall as to like what's happening. And in this film, it is very fly on the wall. You're like definitely in the third person perspective, observing these people, these interactions, these games. You might have a little bit more intimate of a interaction with the characters than like the rest of the world. But that being said, you like there's definitely like a fourth wall, and it's apparent, and it's done in a narrative structure. Nice, that was actually pretty good. I think it's the first time I burped on mic. I'm still waiting to get a fart, man. I haven't done a fart yet, but like shout out Cumtown. Everybody fucking listens to this shit anyway. Yeah, if this makes it to Cumtown somehow, I fucking want to rip a Stavi tear fart on the fucking pod. That'll probably happen when Jake's here, actually. I'm gonna talk to him about getting one fucking going, so it's not just me expelling schizophrenia on mic. But yeah, fucking fly on the wall shit. Yeah, fly on the wall. It's kind of like a weird played out trope in sports movies. But in this film, it doesn't like detract from anything. I just have like always kind of thought the Moneyball was like a really good example of it, like trying to be a little more immersive in like either like one character or like something, because like it's just like a very weird subject to tackle, but like something a little more abstract than the like in the sports film thing. I think would be like very successful, albeit like kind of weird. I don't know. I had that thought. While watching this, it's like, yeah, like there's not really a focus around any like it's like a very eclectic thing. I guess like Paul Newman's character is like the focal point, but there's like other elements going on where he doesn't have to be on screen a lot for it to still be a very successful functional story, and there's like a lot of moving parts, and I like that. And like I don't know, if it was like a little more engaging, I guess that would be my gripe. Like that's what I was getting at by that long-winded fucking circle jerk of a fucking monologue. I don't know. I wish that you had like a little bit more, but you know, like that being said, it was the '70s too. It's reminiscent of, like I said, the era. Like '70s sports movies were a little bit fucking, out there. I had one. I got way too fucking high. Like I am legitimately too fucking baked to fucking think right now. At least it's better than the other day when I had a stroke on mic. That was a fucking bad one. But yeah, like I'm pretty fucking toasted. I had like a whole bunch of fucking shit that I was gonna talk about, and I'm just fumbling the bag here. Yeah, I made it to 10 minutes. That's 20 total. This is free. You get what you pay for. I guess I did this. I wanted to watch Slapshot because of Mossman. Shout out Mossman, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I like this movie. Watch this fucking movie and tell me what you think. There's like, I'll tell you my favorite scene of this movie, and then I'll leave you at that. There's a scene where the fucking the Hanson brothers are they get locked up for fighting some of the fans at one of the games. Well, they're in jail, or rather, right before they get hauled off to jail. There's like this 80-yard line, and my dad pointed it out to me from like the first time I watched this. I was probably like 9 years old, and I didn't get a lot of the jokes, but my dad pointed this out. It was fuck. It always cracks me up, and I was watching this by myself that I baked to the gills. And it still made me laugh. But it's really the Hanson brothers are getting arrested. They're getting taken out of the station. And they're like, they're going to give you a dime. And Morris is like, yeah, they're going to give you a dime. And what you're going to do is you're going to cost... Yeah, way too fucking high to even explain. But they're like, you should call the pizza man. That's what made me laugh. It's like this little 80-yard line. It's this great little moment. And it's just moronic. And I don't know. It makes me happy. Watch fucking Slapshot. I'm going to try not to get this fucking high next time for this podcast.